here we are inside the Nashkel mines. You'll hear a lot of, oh, I'm so tired, and oh, I think I'm coughing up blood. But most of the people down in here will just remark at how odd it is that you're down here, and that they think there are little demons and things running around. I fully expect to go into this restarting several times because of the three pretty fleshy characters we have, one of which only has 4 health. Uh, there are Amish soldiers down in here, but they're not particularly helpful to you. It's been a while since I played this, and I'm not looking through guides or anything before I make these videos, so I'm not 100% sure that I remember how to get through this. So we're either going to end up exploring like all of the mines, or just bits and pieces. Because it's on insane difficulty, I'm going to be pretty afraid of really going through all of it, because one kobold arrow and some of our gooses will be very cooked. Most of the people down here are pretty crazed, or have strange requests, or remark about there being little monsters, or maybe even a dragon down in there. A visitor, oh glorious day! Sure, I'll return his dagger. He gives you a little reward if you bring it to him. If you're in doubt as to how to navigate down here, generally following train tracks or the mine cart tracks is usually your best bet. Not always, but most of the time the tracks won't lead you too far into the depths where you'll get destroyed. So here's our first kobold. And hopefully it doesn't kill Nira, because that's who it's going to shoot at. Okay, good. So we made it through that. The problem is that there's no like quick way back to town. So if you lose people down in here, you're pretty much going to be without them for the duration of the fight. And I'm getting Steam messages, but we'll just ignore those for right now. I should set myself to offline when I make these. Talk to Miner Marvin. They're haunted. So lots of different ideas as to what's going on here. Miner Bob. What does Miner Bob have to say? Finally, someone's come to save us. What about the missing miners? So you get a lot of journal updates and things. We'll do, at the end, we're going to have, because of the way they've organized the journal, I'm going to do like a somewhat dramatic reading of some of the better journal entries, and that'll just be its own video when I get done. And here we go, so we can finally get down. Usually most of these places are going to take you deeper into the mines. The monsters will get thicker and thicker, and oftentimes more dangerous as we go. This is Miner Belden. Yipping demons, they're everywhere, save me. Never fear. I tried everything imaginable when I was a kid playing this game to save that guy. But I think no matter what you do, he just dies. Rasaad is very hurt. Need to save him, and he's dead. So I would have to walk all the way back into Nashkel to get him back, and we're simply not going to do that. And I think really because of how hard of a time Rasaad is having, I think we're just going to throw the towel in Rasaad. I like the character, I like the storyline of his, but a monk in this game is not viable unless you've got a lot of meat in front of him. And this Let's Play isn't specifically just to get Rasaad, so I can't construct a party so as to carry Rasaad through his story bit. I just can't do it. There's some contaminated ore, and you also get a little bit of gold from the kobolds.
Something most unnatural here, and I want no part of it.
we're just gonna wander around. Here's a miner, some more miners. It's funny that they were just chilling there, nothing going on, you know, with the kobolds right there. So we're gonna be 5 strong for this, for the rest of this time in the mines, and that's gonna be challenging at times. I hope we can make it through. I think we should be okay, but you never know. So this could be a lot of wasted footage, but I think we'll be alright. Now, an interesting thing, in the old game, you couldn't walk through those pools that are at the side here every now and again, but now not only can you walk through them, but there's a little walking through water sound. And here in this tunnel is miner Kylie, and Kylie's the guy you were supposed to give the dagger to. And we get 200 XP and some journal updates. This room has a bunch of junk in it, and you can freely take it. Just different items and stuff. It's not really a big deal unless you're afraid of your stuff breaking down here and you were silly and didn't bring extra. And now we would just follow these tracks up. I don't have to be... Oh, there's a kobold right there. Now, I seem to remember there being traps here. So we're going to have to start being careful about traps. Especially because I'm pretty sure most traps will kill us instantly. And there's another kobold down, so we're just going to do it slow. More enemies. Oh, nicely done, Emily. And see, there's a lot of dead miners here, so it's starting to play tricks with my mind. Pretty sure there are traps here. There almost has to be traps here. So let's press on. More dead miners. Lots of dead miners. And I think those might have been guards too, it looks like. So apparently this isn't trapped, and we're just gonna let it go. Another thing you have to worry about down here is that sometimes things will spawn in mass, aka kobolds. So you have to be really careful that the kobolds don't just overwhelm you. And that's a dead end. We'll see what this guard has to say. Know what's been happening to the ore, and I don't care. He tells us just not to pick around. So you can see some of those little guard posts that have been cut into the wall are gone. The guard isn't there. And we got a lot of kobolds here. More Steam messages. I mean, I gotta be careful here because if Ajantis is hurt, I think he'd probably go down if he took arrows from those guys. So this isn't gonna be a full walkthrough of the mines insofar as I'm gonna show you everything. I'm just gonna do what we have to do to finish it and do the 2 quests that are down here. So far I'm pretty happy with how my archers are doing though. They're doing a fine job picking these kobolds off. Except for right there where they almost all missed. And the nice thing is if you have a lot of arrow users, this is more so true of old edition. And here's what they're using to poison the ore, those potions. It's more so true of the older edition where you could only have 20 arrows in a stack and they'd take up all your inventory, where you could count pretty much on arrows being down here. And there's the gateway to level 3, which is where things get a lot more interesting. You have a 3-way gate and a ring on the ground. Pick up that ring and we'll deal with it in a future video. And there's a trap, and Ajantis is dead. So we're going to restart. These are gonna be kinda bad. Alright, we'll have Imowen detect traps. Surely she will find it. Oh. I like how she stood on it for a fairly long time before it went off. That's always good. So we'll pick up the ring again. And we might just say screw going that way altogether. Come on. Find the trap. There it is. Wow. That's pretty big. Alright, there we go. Here we are cleaning up a bit of a kobold fight. We had cut forward. We're still in the same place. And Imowen got a little banged up. But looks like everything's more or less okay. I just cut forward. We're still in the same place. Everything's, you know, hasn't changed. Just saving time. Imowen got a little banged up. I'm out of spells. So, except for my special ability one, and I'm not going to use that unless we're in dire straits. Let's keep walking down here, keeping to the right. I'm very nervous about any and all of these openings. Just because. So we see some kobolds. Hopefully we're not getting baited into a trap. Okay, that one's down. See, he's walking in the water now. You didn't used to be able to do that. I imagine the reason that they did that or made that choice was they're not going to have deep... Oh, that's a lot of kobolds. They're not going to have deep pools of water in the mine. And so they're just like puddles. So far, so good against all these kobolds. I did not like how many there were, but it seems like we're okay. And I didn't even have to use like a sleep scroll or something on them. There we go. And we get a level 2 on Kaiven. Now, this will be an odd level for Kaiven, and he made it by 1 XP. Excellent work. So, since it's an odd level that we're going to, I'm going to reduce the difficulty and level him up that way. So as to allow him to gain max health points. The only reason I do this is because having attempted to do I did play through the entire game on Insane. It became very difficult towards the end because so many of my characters had gotten bad health point rolls several times, and since you only have a sample size of 8, it's possible to get some pretty low numbers. And since I'm taking double damage, it's tough. So this keeps it, you know, this in my mind at least keeps it fair, while still being difficult enough to represent Insane. Because obviously I could do a lot more to weight the scales in my favor. But I'm not going to do that. Ooh, some nice gems. And lots more money. And here's sort of like an open lava pit. And we can't go down that way. So I know there's a bridge that leads across, and there are broken bridges on either side. The one in the middle is what we want, so we just need to walk to the left here, and we should find where we need to go. And here we go. Now this bridge is definitely trapped. I remember this very clearly. There we go. And kobolds. Gonna kill Imowen if she goes down there. Run, Imowen. Haha, she made it. Well done. I worry there may be a trap here. Back up, Ajantis. I had a momentary lapse in judgment that resulted in Ajantis attacking too. We'll take care not to repeat that. Everything will be fine. Okay, Imowen. Oh, she instantly found it. Alright, do your thing again. Run. Okay. New strat. I will come up with a different way to do this, and it's going to be good. It's going to be amazing, in fact.
What you want?
She's going to drink a potion first. And then we're going to reset her with a new potion. And now she's going to walk down and disarm this trap. There we go. We have both traps sighted. And now we're going to walk the archers up. Okay. Ugh. She barely survived. Keep Ajantis back. Keep it. There we go. Good job, Ajantis. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Life is good. Easy game, easy life. Give everyone some more potions. Oops, there we go. And that trap disappeared on us, but I think it'll be okay. I think we can still see it. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So we walk down the bridge here and we find kobolds. Which I didn't expect, really. Once you get into this cave portion, you start to get harder monsters. I know there's a ghoul down here. And if you walk straight down... Oh, more kobolds. There's a ghoul somewhere down in here, and there are also spiders. And lava, apparently. Ugh, trap. Okay, so we need to be careful about that. We may just try and avoid that altogether.
My blade will cut you down to size. What you want? I've done had enough.
There we go, well played. Try and bait the kobolds across. That'll work. Try and bait them across. Apparently they don't care. Just like Imoen. Okay. We're gonna just try and avoid it at this time, I think. We've had quite enough of that lava crossing. We'll just go down this way. Much like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, I didn't really want to go this way. But we have no choice. Here are the spiders. If they poison us, we are screwed. And we get levels. Cool. There we go. Alright. And I get a level, too. So that was a profitable little fight. And we'll set the appropriate difficulty level. Yeah. Okay. So, gonna turn the difficulty down. Level them up. And then turn the difficulty back up. Okay. And that'll assure me that my hit points aren't super low. So Imoen had... Well, we're gonna split this half and half, basically. And try and get our open locks a little higher. There we go. That should be passable. Now she has 21. That was very helpful. So Imoen probably won't die in one hit to everything, or get only one hit point. Shot by kobolds. So we're gonna walk over here, more kobolds. A few more kobolds, and another lava bridge. Lots of kobolds on the other side of that bridge. I'm not a fan of that arrangement. Ooh, a kobold commando. That's bad. Yeah. Flaming arrows. So, I'm so deep in right now, I probably can't succeed without Ajantis. In fact, I know I know I couldn't succeed without Ajantis. So, we have to try and do this again. If our other party member were not Rasaad, I could live without Ajantis, because we'd have another magic using magic weapon using person. And as such, we could get past the jellies to take the quick way out, which I'll, we'll see in a later video. And Kyvan's really hurt. Take his 1 health potion. I really don't like that we're using so many health potions, but I'm out of spells and I can't. Resting right now is not a good idea because it'll respawn the monsters pretty much everywhere. So only going, then, anywhere we try to move, even if it's an area we've already covered, we'll possibly have kobolds in it. So we can't do that. Now I know there's a bunch of traps up here, so we're gonna have Emmeline set about these. These traps are really hardcore, and she almost stepped on it. So there we go. These traps will kill you even on easy settings. So there we go, and we're going to rest in the dungeon here. And you see the new resting in dungeon screen, which I really like. I really, really like the new resting in dungeon screen. Pretty cool. So now we're all set. Everybody's healed except for Rasaad, who's dead. And we are in the final level of the Nashkel mines. You can exit through here and make your way to Nashkel, and where we could resurrect Rasaad, but I've become so frustrated with him that I'm just not gonna bring him back. He's just gonna be dead. Alright, and we get all those kobolds down. And there's one more thing to do before we cut this video to end it. There's a ghoul that lives along this path, and we're gonna hurry up and finish him off too. And there he is. Take this ghoul. Oh. Kyvan hit him. There we go. Ghoul down. Some more XP in the book. Walk back here. As you can see, it's empty. So we got to go to this doorway that's right here. And we will see what's in there next time.